Hello. It's 2 a.m. and I found a gazebo that's all lit up. Um, I work till 12:30, but I've been taking my time, taking breaks here and there. And here's my last break. I made it to my park. There's a lit up gazebo in front of the park. So, all right. I've been wanting to get this material done. Thinking about it all week. Work blast my energy, blast my time away. Mm. So last video it was be fruitful and multiply, be fruitful and multiply. But no, wisdom 3 favors eunuchs and virgins over be fruitful and multiply. So this is not good news. I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Now, be fruitful and multiply. Bless them and said, have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. Have many children. Many, many children. So they spread across the earth. Yeah. Genesis 9:1. God blessed Noah and his sons and said, have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. Genesis 9:7. You must have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. You must have many children. Those are commandments. 128, 9:1 and 9:7 of Genesis are commandments. You are to have children. If you don't have children, something fucking wrong with you, right? He doesn't say anything about all those people going to heaven or anything like that. Did he? Wisdom 3. Verse 13. This man Enoch. Wrong. Wisdom 3. I made an error. I was in 4 instead of 3. All the descendants will be under a curse. Hey, be fruitful and multiply. Be fruitful and multiply. Have many children to spread across the earth. Have many children to spread across the earth. Have many children to spread across the earth. But no. All his descendants will be under a curse. Wisdom 3:13. On Judgment Day, God will reward the woman who has never been able to have a child. Hey, Judgment Day. Hey, you never had a child. You're okay with me. Does that mean she never had sex? Hey, God favors the one who doesn't fuck. Provided she has not been guilty of adultery. Oh, that means she was getting some, or maybe she was not getting any because she was mind controlled by some cloud guy. Verse 14, on that day, even a man who has been castrated will be rewarded with happiness. Judgment Day, the guy who cut off his nuts. Hey, he's got his reward. Castrated himself. Become a eunuch. He cut his dick and nuts off. On that day, even the man who has castrated will be rewarded with happiness if he kept the law and has not stored up any resentments against the Lord. Kept the law, and you don't think any ill thoughts about a floating guy up there. Right? He'll be rewarded with happiness if he kept the law. He hasn't had any ill thoughts. Uh, he has been faithful and receive a special reward more precious than having children. There's a reward for not having children. There's a reward for cutting off your nuts, cutting off your dick. But the commandments of Genesis, motherfucking Genesis, motherfucking Genesis, 1:28. Bless them and said, have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. 9:1. Had many children spread across the earth. 9:7. Have lots of children spread across the earth. But Wisdom 3:13-14 says, oh, he blesses the one who's never had adultery, has never had children, never had fucking sex. This is a mind thrown robot or a cloud guy up there. Okay. All right. Wow. You're just an Old Testament cherry picker and reading out of the Apocrypha. And that's it. You're a cherry picker, Mo. How about we go Luke 23. '29. Where the fuck is it? 28. Luke 23:28. Sure, Jesus turned to them and said, women of Jerusalem, don't cry for me, but for yourselves and your children. Don't cry for me. Cry for them. Okay. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Wisdom 3. 15. Honest deeds are like a tree that bears marvelous fruit. You don't produce anything good unless you do honest deeds. You're not doing any tomfoolery out there. Wisdom is like a root that is alive and can always send up new shoots. But children born of adultery are a forbidden union. They will die early death. A child out of wedlock, um, die early death. Hey, your Jesus did that. Wasn't Jesus like born out of wedlock? There's no marriage. Well, it was God who did the adultery, right? Yeah. He sent a magic seed up Mary's vag and bam, up under Jesus baby. Oh, children of adultery. Oh, God did adultery. Okay. But the children born of adultery or of a forbidden union will die an early death. Yet, even if they do live a long time, they will never amount to anything. They will not be respected in their old age. If they die young, they will have no hope or comfort on Judgment Day. Children born of forbidden union suffer a miserable fate. Oh, their wives and children are wicked and evil. Mm. Children are evil. Don't have them. Hey, cut off your nuts. Cut off your dick. And bless you, woman who's never had fucking sex, had child, anything like that. You'll get choice, top choice when it comes to Judgment Day. So, wisdom 3. You cut off your dick. Don't have sex. Slice off your nuts. Women. I like women who haven't fucked around and haven't had any children. Hey, you get top choice. Judgment Day. Wives and children are wicked and evil. And you got to be a eunuch and slice off your dick and slice off your nuts. You get top choice up there. Okay. Now, Luke 21:23. Oh, Luke 21:23. How terrible it will be in those days for women who are pregnant and for mothers with little babies. It's going to be terrible for them. Does that mean that there's going to be stillbirth or fucking geez, it's gonna be miserable fate for them. Uh, they'll lose their lives, and the babies inside will lose their lives. Hey, that's for God to love the world. Hey, you gotta knock it off with those atheist videos. I don't care what you say. It's some God's rule of the world, John 3:16. Well, it doesn't sound like he loves the world. He hates women and infants. And he prefers dudes who slice off their dick and not. Okay, how terrible it will be in those days for women who are pregnant or mothers with little babies. Terribly distress come upon this land, and God's punishment will fall upon this people. He just wants to fucking kill people. Some will be killed by the sword, and others will be taken as prisoners to all the countries, and the heathen will trample over Jerusalem until their time is up. Ooh, ooh. Doesn't sound like he first so loved the world there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Um, Matthew 24:19. Damn, where are you? How terrible it will be in those days for women and who are pregnant, for mothers with little babies. How terrible it will be for you, pregnant women with babies. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be a harsh fate. Oh, but he so loved the world that he could shut up about it. John 3:16. He said, love the world. I don't care what you gotta say about the book. I say, for God so loved the world. Mark 13, 17, 13, 17. How terrible it will be in those days for women who are pregnant and for mothers with little babies. Hmm. Matthew 12:46. Jesus was still talking to the people when his mother and brothers arrived. They stood outside asking to speak with him. So some of the people there said to him, look, your mother and your brothers are standing outside and they want to speak with you. He frowns and oh, their father. Okay, we're in Matthew 12. Yeah, Matthew 12. 40, yeah, 46, 48. Jesus answered, who is my mother? You remember Mother's Day? Jesus says, who is my mother? They're pestering me, those people. The real mother and brothers. They ain't. You know who is? Jesus answered, who is my mother? Who are my brothers? Then he pointed to his disciples. The 12 dudes that I hang out with. They're so special. Even more special than my mother and my brothers. Hmm. Whoever does any, whoever does what my Father in heaven wants, you got to do whatever this cloud guy wants. Hey, maybe you'd be my mother or my brother. Okay. Ecclesiastes 4, 3. But better off that either are those who have never been born, the ones that were never born, who uh, it was stillbirth. You know what I mean? Died in the womb. 4, 3. But better off is they who died in the womb. But better off than either are those who have never been born. You've never been born. Hey, it's better for you. Who has never seen the injustice that goes on in this world. There's injustice in this world. Okay, let's go to Genesis 1. There's so much injustice in the world. Genesis 1. Genesis 1:31. God looked at everything that he had made. This is the 6 days, 7 days creation. God looked at everything that he had made, and it was very pleased. He was very pleased. Everything's so good. But then when you go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 3, better off that you these who have never been born. It's better off because the world is evil out there. It's better to not be born because the world's evil and there's injustice all around us. Okay. Ecclesiastes 6. Oh, okay. 6:2 onward. God will give us wealth, honor, and property. Yes, everything we want. But then will not let us enjoy it. I'll give you all this shit and then you don't enjoy it. Some stranger will enjoy it instead. Hey, that means you're going to croak on your treasures. And then some strangers can come along. He's going to enjoy your shit instead. It is useless. All the treasures I piled on you is useless. And it just isn't right. We have 100 children and live a long time. You could have 100 children in your lifetime. We could have 100 children in our lifetime and live a long time. But no matter how long we live, if we do not get our share of happiness, oh, I'm so miserable, fucking all fucking time that I made 100 fucking children and do not receive a decent burial. I plug away all my life and I don't even get a decent burial. Okay. Decent burial. Oh, yeah, here we go. And do not receive a decent burial. Then I say that a baby born dead is better off. I say, God, mentions this so many fucking times that it's better off to die in the womb than to live in this evil and injustice world. But Genesis 1:31 says, I looked around after the sixth day creation. I looked around. Everything's so good. But then there's this evil pregnant women, babies, and this evil baby fucking dead. Fucking pregnant women, fucking fetus, fucking dead. Okay. But it's better to not live at all. It's better to just die before birth, that's stillbirth. It's better to do that than to live in the injustice and evil of the world when I made the world all good. Okay. Damn. Yeah. 310. Curse that night for letting me be born. Curse the night for letting me be born. Does that mean he's cursing his mother and father? Hey, I didn't want to be born. Curse that night for letting me be born. This is Job. He's a crybaby throughout his whole fucking book. His God beats the fuck out of him all the fucking time for exposing me to the trouble and grief. I would have like better to not be born than to go through all this shit. Okay. Oh, God put a curse on the day I was born. Once I was born, he put a curse on me. I fucked you up your fucking whole life, Job. Fuck you. Okay. I think that covers Job. Mm. Genesis 1. '28 blessed them and said, have many children so that your descendants will live all over the earth. Genesis 9:1 have many children, descendants live all over the earth. Genesis 9:7 have many children, descendants live all throughout the earth. Isaiah 56. Okay. 56, 2 to 5. I will bless those who are always observe the Sabbath and do not misuse it. I bless those who do nothing evil. A foreigner who has joined the Lord's people should not say, the Lord will not help me worship with his people. A man who has castrated should never think that because he cannot have children, he can never be part of God's people. The Lord says to such a man, if you honor me by observing my Sabbaths, and if you do what pleases me, and be faithful, and kiss God's ass. We kiss your ass, God. Hey, and I cut off my nuts and cut off my dick, and I'm gonna kiss your ass, God. Okay, then your name will be remembered in my temple and among the people longer than if you had sons or daughters. Then if you had son, sons and daughters, I think you're better off than not having children. Yeah. But Genesis 1:28. Have lots of children spread across the earth. Genesis 9:1. Have lots of children spread across the earth. 9:7. Have lots of children spread across the earth. And you know what? We're going to close it out by saying, if you're a Christian viewer, dump your religion.